to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Cleveland offense ready to go.
And on the first drive, 3 and out. I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
For an offense that has not found the end zone yet, that's a big play.
There's the spark right there. The big play that they needed. Now they've got to go ahead and finish this drive and put this ball in the end zone.
A running play on first down, and it turns into a fight just to get back to the line of scrimmage. In on the tackle there, Bobby Wagner, coming off a third straight All-Pro season.
Brings up 2nd and 10 on the Seahawks' 33-yard line.
180! 50 to Mike, 50 to Mike. I know he ain't got it.
Looking to throw on second down. Mayfield. Through an opening, and there he goes. Past the 20. And he's going to score. It's a Seahawk touchdown.
That was an interception, but on the field, the guys who are picking it off, they're not saying that. What word are they using? It's Oski. That means catch the ball and go the other way.
That's your vernacular. I've never heard anybody say Oski.
Ask around. They'll tell you.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Browns drive about to get started. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down.
You don't want to.
No, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
And now a shot into coverage downfield is complete. 36 yards on the play.
I don't care what level of football you played. This one was a universal, wasn't it? When we were kids and we played touch football, remember we get in these positions and you just say, everybody go long, and hope someone would come free.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10.
Go! Watch safety creep. Watch safety creeping. Hey, alert!
Working out of the gun, Mayfield. And bringing it in right side here, Beckham. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is, because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 22-yard line.
Six yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. They'll run with Hunt on 2nd down. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down. It'll be a nickel look here for the Seahawks on 3rd down.
Hey, man. Watch the boot. Real.
From the shotgun, it's Mayfield sliding out of the pocket. And this is going to be incomplete.
Sometimes it's just not your day. There's another failure right there on third down.
So on fourth down, out comes the Browns kicker, Austin Seibert. And this a 39-yard attempt. Well, this one's knuckling, and it just does get over the crossbar. He didn't get much of it, but he got it to go. And they're on the board at least here. It's now 17-3. Now, that's something of a pick-me-up. The offense certainly has struggled, but they do get the field goal before half to put 3 on the board.
Yeah, you don't want to be shut out, but let's face it. Those 3 points, that's not going to solve all their problems either.
This is taken at his 4. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line.
Seahawks take over first and 10 at their own 31-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
The previous run, good for 9. Here's second and a yard. Now a toss play. It's Carson. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. Now they'll throw it with Wilson. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Carson. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 43. Now Wilson on first down. Forced out to his left. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. Terrence Mitchell right there on the coverage.
They certainly thought they had him surrounded and probably thought they were going to get him on the ground and get the sack, but he was able to elude that. And even though it threw it incomplete downfield, if you're a defensive back, you're loving the pressure that you're seeing from your front.
So second down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. Here's Wilson to throw again. Escaping the pressure right. And give him 10 that time as he was able to get away from the pressure and get a nice gain. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. The offense on third down tonight, they've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. They're looking at third and a few inches. Now Wilson. Oh, he's going to go for it all. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. Terrence Mitchell right there on the coverage.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on third down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a fourth down decision.
So they'll say no to the 50-yard field goal try. Instead, the offense out there, they're going for it. They run for it with Carson. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. A gutsy call. Turns out to be a good one, though. First down on a pickup of 11. Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts as they'll stop him with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. They go play action here on first down. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. Wilson now hitting on 2/3 of his passes, 10 for 15 so far. 1st and 10.
Hey, we got Mike, number 53.
From the gun, it's Wilson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now the Seahawks forced to use their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. To throw is Wilson. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. The Seahawks on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This will be a tough 3rd and 18. Now it's Wilson. And he's going to go down. Back at the 27-yard line, he's sacked. Larry Ogunjobi picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. So we have come to halftime in what's already a 2-touchdown game. As we send you down 2. Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is taken at the 3. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know in the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds.
But it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route, and what you have to do on that one is a receiver's got to make sure he works a defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing, and they got it done.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Big series right here. We got to step it up.
Mayfield. And that will be incomplete. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time... And now on 4th and 1, it's a fake. And the surge is going to be too much defensively. He's hit and taken down to the backfield. A little trickeration there, but it doesn't fool him. And the Seahawks, they'll get the football back in outstanding field position. Powers through him. And he sheds a tackle. Now he's got some space. And they move this all the way down to the 9. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a first. He had his eyes on the end zone once he hit the secondary, but they're finally able to slow him down.
Yeah, and I've got to look at this one from the defensive point of view. You just mentioned finally.
End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. DK Metcalf. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further. Always important to get the first score of the second half. Now you start to pull away a little bit and get some breathing room going.
And now we find out about the fortitude of the group that's behind, because they were counting on getting into the game a little bit more, right? Maybe they get the first score. That doesn't happen. It looks almost insurmountable, but it's not. Let's see how hard they play the rest of the game.
This is taken at the 3.
And he'll get it up just past the 20, and his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line.
Take over first and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. They're down 3 touchdowns to this point, needing to put something together as they have it first and 10. Mayfield on first down. Looking left side, that's caught by Landry. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a first down.
First down. First and 10 at the 34-yard line.
From the 34 now, here's first and 10.
Run.
Throwing, Mayfield. And he's got the hook up to Landry. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. A good pickup there for the Browns, 15 yards.
That's another Browns first down. First and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
Whip. Watch the whip.
Mayfield to throw it. He's got a first down and then some inside the 40. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a first down.
Browns first down. First and 10 at the 39-yard line.
Mayfield now, 5 straight completions here in this second half. First and 10.
Rush in. Regular.
On first down, they'll run with Hunt. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. In on the stop, Mason Foster, who was 7th in the NFL in tackles a year ago.
Brings up second and 5 at the Seahawks 34-yard line.
The first down run got 5. Here's second and 5. They'll run again with Hunt. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31.
Well, they certainly have been able to get him going and establish the run, so I think it's time to abandon that plan and start chucking it all over the park. And you know who's excited about that? The defensive front. They got a chance to pin their ears back and get after him now.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down.
54 is Mike. Check. Watch 54. I'm going to go.
Mayfield down. He finds Beckham complete. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. Well, they were in search of a short gain on third down, and they wind up nabbing over 20 yards. Took till the second half, but finally a red zone opportunity here. They've got a first and 10 from the 10. Mayfield gives this one to Hunt. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. Give him a couple on the carry there, second and 8.
I'd say they've got to find a way to get him going. He's such a big part of their offense. I wonder if they might throw it a little and come back to the run.
Anything, because you're right. He's pretty much been completely neutralized.
Break 180. 54 Mike. Hey, we got to get this stop here, D. Check three.
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Hunt. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 4 yards on the play. And they'll be facing a 3rd and 12.
180. 50, Mike, 50. Watch the screen.
Here's Mayfield. And that's going to be caught for a Browns touchdown. Odell Beckham, his third touchdown now on the year. And the Browns make some inroads here on that deficit.
Odell Beckham. Touchdown, Browns.
It took them an extra look, but they found out it is a touchdown indeed. The official says this one counts. And his kick is good, but flags come in. Looks like we're going to get a roughing call here on the follow-through. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense get the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
And he takes this way down deep into Cleveland territory. It's a big play there for Seattle. Give him 52 yards on the ground. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. Here's Wilson. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawk touchdown. Tyler Lockett with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further. Myers connects on the PAT. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is taken at the 3. And a good return. He's across the 35-yard line, right around the 36.
The Browns take over first and 10 at their own 36-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. They trail here by 24 points. Got to get going soon, you'd have to think, as they come up first and 10. Mayfield now looking to throw on first down. That's complete to Taywan Taylor. That throw good for 4. It's second down.
Out of bounds at the 41-yard line. A gain of 4. It's now second and 6.
Mike, 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up second and 6. To throw, Mayfield. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. That one good for 26 and a first down. So the defense blitzed. A nice job picking that up, completing the pass.
And how in sync was the quarterback in his center on that play? They saw the blitz, made the appropriate calls, got the line engaged because now they know there are going to be extra guys coming at the quarterback, so they got their assignments down pat and kept them away from him, and he's able to step up in the pocket and fire one now for a really good strike.
Play fake. Mayfield. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Taylor. That throw good for 4. It's second down.
Well, that's what you're looking for when you're wanting to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
61, matchbox lights.
On second down now, it's Hunt. Call it a gain of a yard, and it's going to bring up 3rd and 5. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we played 3 quarters. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. So 3rd and 5, defensively expecting pass. They've got 6 DBs out there. From the gun, Mayfield. Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawk defense. Jadeveon Clowney, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on 4th down. Now Mayfield on 4th down. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. The Browns unable to move the chains on 4th down. And that will force a turnover on downs.
53. Let's go.
On 1st down, Carson. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Carson, and he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense, and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
Throwing is Wilson. Eluding the pressure right. Oh, he finds his running back open downfield. A 3rd down gain of 19. Still throwing the football here, even with the big lead.
Yeah, I know you and I came up in a different era, and we think about sportsmanship and all that. Other people think about fantasy points and getting their numbers. That's all they care about right now.
Here's a throw dropped off to his fullback. And this will be a gain of 6 when it's all said and done. Down to the 15 from the 21.
And the big guy catches the ball out of the backfield, and oftentimes it's quite a surprise to the guys playing defense because not ordinarily thought as a pass catcher, it often works when they decide to dial it up.
On 2nd down, it's Carson, and they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. A gain of 13, it's a 1st down.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
Now Wilson, flush to his right. And it's a Seattle Seahawks touchdown. And he certainly played a pivotal role with those 2 TDs and why they're up on the scoreboard right now.
Well, someone's all about winning, aren't they? Because he's not worried about the number. Sure, it's great to have 2 touchdowns. The bottom line is what he's doing is contributing to their lead. He wants to continue to do so.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. Trying to get it to Beckham, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 33. And he'll actually lose 6 yards on the return, but I don't think they care. They've got the football back. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. After the interception, here's Wilson. He'll buy some time. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Olivier Vernon able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
After the sack, oh, they're staring at a challenge basically from the other side of town. It's 2nd and a country mile. Here's Wilson. Flushed out right. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. It'll be a pickup of 15 as that'll lead to third down. And for the Browns, a nickel set here on third down.
58's the mic. 58's the mic.
Out of the gun, here's Wilson. He gets it to Brown, complete. And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal.
Just more of the same there, partner. Guys have just been running free in the secondary this entire game. No pass rush, a lot of passes completed. Been an easy day for them.
Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's first and goal. From the shotgun, Wilson. Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the former first-round pick, Demarius Randall. He's at the 50, the 30, 20, 10. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Browns defense has a touchdown. Seibert on for the PAT. And that'll cut the lead back now to 21. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This is taken at the 3. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line just across the 25.
The Seahawks take over first and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And last time, decent field position through the pick six, obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So the last one didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position, not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
Wilson after the play fake to Carson. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll avoid the tackle there with a slide. That one a first down pickup of 8.
I think we have to give credit to him for buying time and extending the play. But, you know, there's some really upset defenders on that one. They thought that they had him. Instead, he was coated in Teflon and got away.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. Fourth quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead, because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in jeopardy.
Switch.
Call it about a gain of 3, and they'll be looking at a 3rd and 7 coming up. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Over the middle and into the hands of his receiver, Moore. And they're going to have another first down. As he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 41-yard line.
A gain of 14. And a first down.
Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Wilson wants to throw it. Oh, he's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last two plays.
And they just had another big completion there. And I think in days gone by in the NFL, you might have asked, is this a little bit of overkill? Is this rubbing it in? I don't think people feel the same way nowadays.
It's the age-old argument. Then you could say on the other side, if you're going to get angry about it, stop it, right?
Go ahead and stop me. And I think a lot of the times they just look at it like, let's just play the game. And however it turns out, it turns out.
Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete. They're still throwing the football here. Now, obviously, the incompletion stops the clock. That's a bad thing.
Feels to me like they're just keeping them honest on defense because you know they're going to stack the line of scrimmage and try and stop any type of a running play. Short little passes may work in exchange of running plays. Keep the clock moving, keep them moving.
I guess you're right. If they can get some first downs, just as good as running. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Joe Schobert in there to record another sack, and that is now 6 on the afternoon for this defensive unit.
3rd and long.
Wilson and the Seahawks looking for something big following the sack. It's 3rd and long here. From the gun, it's Wilson. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Morgan Burnett. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Well, they're not making it easy on themselves here down the stretch. 2 picks now in the 4th quarter trying to hang on to that lead.
Talk about keeping someone in the game. Instead of being able to shut the door, it's still cracked open because they can come back on you now. The only people who are really happy about those picks, any fantasy team that has this defense.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time. But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Now Mayfield. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Taylor. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. It's a pickup of 17 and a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Working out of the gun, Mayfield. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. Trying to defend the out route there, got the PI call.
And you know what's difficult about that one is sometimes you want to make the undercut move and go for the football, and other times just want to hang on the upfield shoulder and make the tackle. I think he got caught in between and created a foul.
180. Mike 50. Here we go, team. Here I come.
Mayfield on 1st down. Rolling to his right. And that's incomplete. Clock stops with 10 seconds left. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Mayfield with it once more. And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. And the clock will now stop as a timeout is called with 5 seconds left. One last shot from Mayfield here. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that will be incomplete. They were going for a consolation TD, but it was not to be. And time has run out now on this game. Charles, we saw a lot of points go up in this one. Certainly defensively, stuff that they can look at on film, don't you think?
No doubt about it. And they've got to go back and check where the errors are, how they're going to fix them, and continue to get better at what they do. But they also need a little adjustment with their confidence. To give up that many points, even if you win a game, that can hurt you.
So for the Seahawks, their good start continues as they get their record up to 4-2. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for Cleveland, the loss here will move them back to 500 at 3-3. And now they'll head to the bye week as they'll be back in action in Week 8.